Cherie's World podcast is going to be the best of part two because we are all caught up with the election. So I know Shyheim Franklin, the man, right? But this time when you left, unlike last time, I guess social media wasn't such a big deal the first
Yeah,
time you left, but now
yeah.
that you left, social media is a big deal. People were reaching out to me after our pictures were in media takeout,
Yeah.
and I was reintroduced to an artist that I
Uh,
didn't know.
uh-huh.
I'm so proud of you. So today we want to talk. We want to talk about your career because I don't know that person. I know the man.
Yeah.
I don't know the
Uh,
career.
okay.
So how did you fall in love with hip hop? How did the career thing all start? Because I'm
Uh,
slow. You got to catch me
uh,
up.
well, I mean, I've always was a fan of hip hop, from watching Kane, LL, Public Enemy, on a big stage. And then like around the neighborhood, I was a fan of hip hop from the RZA, GP Wu, Pop the Brown Hornet, um, Method Man, Ghostface from our neighborhood. So I was always attracted to it. So I used to just be kicking it around, the older dudes, and just started writing and learning how to express myself through writing. And
Now, this man over here is the one I was talking about you one day and you wasn't home yet. And he said,
uh,
"Oh, my man was on In Too Deep."
yeah,
And I remember the lines. That's what's crazy. And then you came in and told LL about everybody trying to buy the turkeys. You're like,
yeah,
not buy the turkeys, but God
yeah,
put an arm on you and shit. He was
yeah,
like, anybody wants to eat with God. He said, cheap.
yeah.
Okay, act like you spending my money. It's spending your own money.
Yeah, and then he mooks me.
Yeah.
If you look at it if you look at it real carefully, you see me flinch before it's coming
Yeah.
because how L is before the set, he'll be talking junk. You know what I mean? Yo, I'm gonna mush the shit out of you on this shit. So I'm sitting there waiting for it, and here it comes. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that
But
was like a legend, classic movie, man. Like, man, it was such a dope movie.
He was like, "You never seen the movie?" I said, "Nah." So I had to go back and watch it because I missed it. It was hilarious. And then somebody wrote me on social media and was like, "You never saw Shy on Parenthood?"
Yeah. So Parenthood.
Like,
yeah.
Parenthood?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know me, Cherie. I don't go around wearing a hat that says, "Hey, this is who I am. This is what I do." So if a person don't know, they just don't know. Like,
It's so funny though. Like I knew that like when he was out with Shy, everybody knows him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody
yeah,
knows him. Everybody's like Shy is one of those people where like if you ever meet him, you're not a stranger.
yeah,
Like he's like
it's a
warm and welcome,
fact.
like coming home. So I just thought he had a whole bunch of homies everywhere. I had no idea.
Well, that's a fact. That's a fact.
So I literally like started learning about your career while you were gone, and I have a newfound appreciation for your art form. And I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you
And now that
so
you're
much.
home, I want to know what's next.
Um, well, right now, while I was away, I completed my autobiography. And the first project I'm gonna release, well, I'm gonna do it in increments, um, increments, um, audio book with a little twist to it. And thank you for coming and being a guest and playing my mom, the voice of my mom, in my audio book.
Anything.
That's really great. And yeah, man, we're gonna put that out and you know, hopefully get a movie deal behind it and we're
Manifest.
talking that. Yeah, we're talking Netflix. A lot of people's interested. But again, I've learned from my experiences, And it's just like, it just has to be right. And no nigga business, you know what I'm saying? Just straight up business. And I'm more than willing to, you know, get back out there and get back on the screen and do some acting and, you know,
I love
try
it.
to make it happen.
So, you know, you said it. You want to try to get back on the screen and do some acting. Your girl been doing a little bit of producing. So if I call you, you better answer the phone.
You know that. Cut it out. You know that. That's without a question.
Thank you.
Yo, how y'all know each other?
I don't even, damn, it's probably been over 20 years now. I think we met, did we meet in a strip club?
Legs.
Yes, I think we met in a strip club in California. We met in a strip club. And we just started hanging. And who else was there too? Suave. Yup, shout out to Suave from Cali. That's my boy.
So
and
Cherie was making it rain?
Merlin Santana. Yep. I don't think was you making it rain that day? No. I don't know, because I remember I was in there and it was like, oh, I was like, who's that? And it was like, that's Cherie. You don't know who Cherie is? I was like, oh, okay. And then we, you know, just
I was not on the pole. Let's just clarify.
No. She wasn't on the pole. You know what I mean? Nah, they was chilling like in a little area or whatever. And we come in there, we about 100 dudes. You know what I mean? And we was just hanging out. We just, you know, start talking and, you know, and just pretty much been in touch ever since.
I'm still tripping on the strip club. So
Merlin
Santana, man, that's a strong name, man.
Rest in
and
peace,
Eric Benet, I was actually in the corner harassing Eric Benet because I was like, "Why are you in here?" And Hallie at home. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You sitting next to me trying to eat chicken wings, like.
Yeah, that was some good times, man.
Hi, doctor. How are you?
Good. How y'all doing?
Good.
Umorin. Is that your last name?
Yes.
Okay, I don't want to say it long.
It's okay.
Thank you so much for being here.
No problem. It's always good to educate people about what's going on in the world and have people kind of catch up to everything that's going on in the world. It's scary out there this past month.
This is not part of the interview, but how old are you? I just want to know.
Oh, I'm 28.
Wow. Congratulations. Wow. How long you been a doctor?
About 3 years now.
What? Damn.
Well, we want to use that in the interview. Courtney, can we use that?
Yeah, it's up to him. Wow, shit.
You know what? I do want to ask you a question that we didn't write down. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
I want to talk about this they say it's a new virus, but I found it on the back of the Lysol can.
Okay. You say you found it on the back of the Lysol can?
Yes, the coronavirus.
Oh, yeah, the Wuhan coronavirus. So So coronavirus is actually the common cold. The actual coronavirus is actually the common cold. Rhinovirus, coronavirus, but this is a novel coronavirus. It's essentially another mutation that happened with coronavirus, more related to SARS. You remember SARS back then killed a lot of people in Asia, in China?
Yes.
So it's very related to SARS in terms of genetic-wise. There's a good correlation. Essentially, we believe that initially this new novel virus started off from animals to animals and then became animals to human, and then human to human. There's over 11,000 cases already reported. And the thing is, compared to SARS, which killed about 10% of the people that got the infection, and Ebola that killed 50% of people who got Ebola, this has only killed about 3% of the people that have got it. So, you know, there's a state of emergency in terms of panicking, and people are panicking more than they should because of this big fear that this, is spreading to the US and all that. But a lot of people that have actually, died from this, a lot of them are immunocompromised, meaning their immune system isn't as strong. Elderly people or people who are susceptible to more diseases because they're not as strong. A lot of people that actually get the virus get better over time. And normally in about the incubation period is about 2 to 14 days. So from anywhere from 2 days, you can start showing symptoms to 14 days, you can start showing symptoms. So during that time, when somebody is confirmed to possibly have it, they need to be on isolation from aerosol, to contact, essentially like droplet precautions, which should prevent them, mask, cover the eyes, just a few things to kind of keep themselves from spreading it to other people. So far, 6 cases have been confirmed in the US, according to the CDC. But that's to confirm. There's a few tests that have done, about 250 tests have been done. A few are pending, but 6 people have been confirmed to have the virus. And specifically, it's from Wuhan, China, in the Hubei province. That's where the virus has started from.
So I shouldn't be panicking right now because I
wouldn't say you should be panicking. I would be more worried about just our regular flu. So that should be our focus. Because people that are actually getting it aren't, like I said, 3% are actually, only 3% out of 11, that's 11,000 people, 258 confirmed deaths out of 11,000 people. Those numbers are relatively small, but when it comes to death, no number is small. These are lives, right? But from looking at it from that perspective versus Ebola versus SARS, this is not doing as much damage as any of those ones are.
So you spoke about the flu. How do you recommend? Well, I mean, how do you feel about the flu shots?
The flu shots, I believe. So the flu shots do protect you from certain strains. I do always recommend people to get the flu. There are studies that have shown that even the flu vaccine, apart from just preventing you from getting the flu, there is benefit for cardiovascular health getting the flu shot. So people are always scared about, I've never been sick in my life. I have patients that come in, I try to offer them a flu shot, and they will deny getting the flu shot, say, I've never had the flu before. But like I said, the effectiveness of some of the flu vaccines the past couple of years hasn't been that great, meaning that the strain that was predicted to be out wasn't necessarily the one that was out. So a lot of times that's the biggest problem you would say you have with the flu shot. But vaccines are something I always recommend. Do you know there's an Ebola vaccine that came out in 2019 of December?
No, I didn't know that.
Vaccine, and it's FDA approved in December of 2019. So the most scariest and the craziest things that we were panicking, science.
I'm calling you Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call you Kane. That's cool.
I mean, that's what everybody else call me, man.
My man.
He said he can't call a grown-ass man Big Daddy Kane. I said, maybe I got daddy issues, but I have been in love with some Big Daddy Kane for as long as I can remember.
Thank you so much, young lady. I appreciate it. I truly appreciate it. Yeah. And it's all right, brother. Just be the best you, man.
Hey, man, you legendary in my eyes, man, bro. Me and my cousin, we used to rock out to you, bro. So I mean, if he knows that I'm talking to you, I can't wait to tell him.
That's love, man.
Well, I appreciate you being here. The first thing I did was I had to call my man. Like, as soon as I got the okay that you were going to be on the show, I hit him and he said, don't get fucked up. I said, I'm sorry, it's Big Daddy Kane. I love you. I'm trying to do it for nothing. But you made me love chocolate.
Oh, that's cool. Cool.
So,
see there, Courtney, I'm on your side.
how do you feel now that the gatekeepers of hip hop are basically strippers?
I'm one of the type of people that always respect the changing of the guard. So there's something that a younger generation likes and relates to that may not be my cup of tea, but I respect, younger cats, being into what they're into. I just hope that it changes in a way where even if the sound stays the same, I just hope it changes in a way where there's more positive message being brought across, and, respect for one another as artists so that we can be the voices teaching our listeners,
Court, you want to go?
Yeah, I get mad. Well, first of all, how proud are you of Jay-Z? And when you first met him, did you ever think that he would be what he is now?
When I first met him, no, because I had Jay-Z, I had Positive K, and I had Sauce Money, and it was like Sauce was just so cocky and arrogant and reminded me of myself. And Paz, Paz had already had records out actually before I did, like he had independent songs out. So he understood the rap game. He toured with Light. So he understood the rap game. He was more seasoned. So I really thought that it would be one of them. Jay was, just, my favorite, but, he was a real, quiet dude. So I honestly didn't see it being what it is today. But I am very, very proud of him because, there's so many people that we took him to, I even took him to, one lady I was messing with to try to get him a deal and she wouldn't do it. And now look at him. I guarantee you all of them wish they signed him now.
Was that when he was rapping fast and then he changed?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For me, let me ask you this question. Let me see. And I'm trying to figure out how to exactly word it. Around your time when you was like in your prime, Hammer came out and like people, like a lot of the MCs was like, what he doing? He doing all this dancing and stuff like that. But you was able to go and do your set, do your show and still pull off the dance moves and then nobody say nothing because they respected you because you was Kane. Like, how I don't know what exactly the question is, but like how was
you already answered it.
Kane.
Big Daddy, before we talk about monogamy, because I want to talk about that before you go, I got to talk about another character that you completely embodied, another man who I had a crush on, Gerald Levert.
Wow.
That was Howard story. Like that.
Yeah, that hit home. That really did. That was something serious. Because, Mickey is one of my greatest mentors, my greatest teachers, musically, and her and Gerald had a really beautiful, but difficult relationship. And Gerald was a really good friend of mine. And so originally I was supposed to play Mickey's father.
Really?
Clay Graham, the legendary Clay Graham, amazing gospel singer Clay Graham, but they didn't put his character in the movie, and so I was really disappointed. And I said, well, I guess I won't be able to be in the movie, Mickey. And she said, no, you're gonna play Gerald. And I said, huh?
Man, but you look just like him though, bro.
Once again, though, I gained as much weight as I could because, again, in this day and age, in this era, we don't, especially on black productions, we don't get the time to prepare. We don't get the time to put into that a lot of these mainstream productions get. So this was one of my first opportunities to be a part of such a production. And kudos. Please.
Can I ask you a question? When you say, I heard people say they lose weight for a role, how do you really gain weight for a role? Like, what'd you do? What was the process for that?
Well, man, I just doubled up on meals. I doubled up on protein powder. I stopped working out as far as the cardio was concerned. If I did work out, it was all weight, heavy weights, and so I just kind of shifted things, a little bit. I'm me being the age that I am, I don't know if you guys see it, but I post a lot of my workout videos. I'm really, really about fitness. I'm really about being fit for life, no matter what state I'm in, state or state of mind. He
will leave you early in the morning. Come back and cook breakfast. That's how I know he came back from working out. I'd be like,
no wrong
he gets up and gets out. He don't play when it comes to his body. He'll disappear in the middle of the day. You're like, you worked out this morning. I'm going to see my sensei.
Yeah, I saw you work out at UFC gym a lot, huh?
Yeah, I do. I'm about that life, man. This is just a different workout, man. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of the stuff that a lot of the principles they get, they a lot of those principles were derived from a lot of the black martial arts masters, Sensei Thomas Bowman, Sensei Kreger Smith, Steve Sanders, Frank Nitti. A lot of these black martial artists, man, that don't get the credit. The BKF, Black Karate Foundation, and
come to the set and find him.
yes, Grandmaster Hugh McDonald, rest in peace. Grandmaster H.G. McDonald, who trained Bob Marley, and these guys worked out a lot with Bruce Lee and a lot of the greats. A lot of those UFC principles and a lot of the bodies in motion principles they got from these black men. You know, we don't get too much credit for a lot of what we do, and if we do, it's talked about, but you know, it's not really celebrated. So I want to celebrate those men. You know, so that's what's kept me together. Yeah.
Okay, I only got 10 more minutes with you. Now I am on Instagram, right? And I look on Instagram and I'm like, who the hell is Darius kissing? Then I looked up and said, oh, it's Chrissy Ferris. Oh my God. So I'm all excited, like, you're kissing my homegirl. And then I look up and I'm like, oh my God, what is this show? Wesley Jonathan? Monogamy? I need to know what is going on with Monogamy. Where can we see it? When can we see it? Like, you know, I don't watch TV, but I'm going to binge watch because I need to see what's going on with y'all. I love you guys, all of you.
It looks
yes. We love you, baby. You know that. God, we need to have you come on this show. That's what we need to figure out. So talk to Craig. This Craig Ross Jr.'s Monogamy. Craig and Karen.
Yes, and Karen is the homegirl.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Y'all,
yeah. They created this show. It was originally written as a feature piece, and you know, today is all about proof of concept, and they brilliantly created this thing where there are 4 couples in dire marital straits, so they enter into this program called the experiment, where you swap spouses. If the spouse swap works better for you than the original marriage you were in, then you can choose to stay in the swap if the grass is greener. And so, yeah.
That's crazy.
it's too much. Too much.
So, yeah. So, Christy's my wife, but my swap is Karen, and her character is Cherie. Christy is Deandra. Wesley and Jill Marie Jones are married, but the swap is Vanessa Simmons, and her swap was Blue Kimmel was her husband, who swapped to Jill. And then there was Brian, who was married to Karen's character. Yeah.
Brian White.
So, Brian White, yeah, and his swap was Christy.
Oh my God.
So, yeah.
Like, I'm serious. This is a real reaction. Oh my God.
Yeah. So we're going back to the 3rd season on UMC, Urban Movie Channel, and that's where you can watch it as of now. And so we'll be back doing that. We're doing the 3rd season. We're going to be filming that in New Mexico. So I'm really excited. The Land of Enchantment. So I'm really excited. It's a great show. You know, Karen, Craig Ross Jr., Karen. I love to see Black power couples doing things and working together. He's an amazing director and producer. And they brought us on. And what's really cool about it is they actually allow us to produce. Craig and I have a great relationship. And I love producing. I love working with people who respect your opinion as a creator, but even respect your knowledge and your your experience as a producer. You know, so it's really cool that we get to come together and work. It's kind of like going away to camp, and making some magic happen. We got a really cool crew. And a really great cast. I'm looking forward to doing that.
Congratulations on your 3rd season. I'm excited for you, but for the whole cast. Like, you have a great cast, and I'm geeked up for all you guys. You guys deserve it.
Nah, it's cool. It's a lot of fun, and it's a great energy, with us working together. We got some really great surprises coming up this 3rd season, and it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun. Yeah.
What else you want us to know?
I got this thing I'm working on with this group, this music group called Heritage Music Group. It's headed up by Javon Dawkins, Eric Dawkins, Anson Dawkins, from Dawkins and Dawkins. And they wrote songs like Lately, Sweet Lady, produced Tank, Fantasia, Jamie Foxx. These guys have done a lot of great things. It's a great music group. And so I got something that I'm cooking up for you guys, because you guys know, I'm one of the OGs with collaborations. I mean, the Tracy Spencer thing, that was me, you know, being a fan of Tracy Spencer, and the show made it happen. Shanice, that was me being a fan of Shanice, and you know, and I wrote the song called "You're the One," which you guys watched on Family Matters. So I'm huge on collaborations, especially music collaborations. And so this has really been cool to be able to work with these guys. We worked with Prince's music director, former music director, Andrew Goucher, who also was one of those guys that watched me grow up because I was gregarious and had an inquiring mind. And in the sessions with my daddy, I'd be running around. And so Andrew Goucher is on this song we did. And so we working on something, and I'm not gonna confirm or deny when it's gonna happen, but you're gonna see Morris Day and some real cool things happening.
Right, I love Morris Day.
Yeah. Have you heard? I got a brand new dance. It's called the Bear.
I love it.
I love you, baby.
I love you too. Go ahead, Courtney. I'm so sad. Like, I'm looking at the clock. Like, how is it almost over?
All right, I promise I won't make this long. But I used to do another show. Actually, I met you on the other show, and we used to do this segment called. At first, I wasn't going to bring this over here to Cherie's World, but last week Cherie let me interview a porn star, so I figure anything goes after that. So
sounds like fun.
Porn star. He interviewed Suave, dude.
Oh, okay. That's Big Brother.
Yes.
Okay, export. Yeah. Well, we used to do this segment called "Who Ain't Got No Bitches," and what we did was we would compare. Like one time, we would battle it out between Drake and Future, like who done smashed the most. So what I want to do real quick, and I'm gonna make it real quick, we're gonna compare Eddie Winslow versus Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Because now I'm gonna tell you something, Eddie Winslow is the smash.
No, when you say it, you gotta say Eddie Winslow. When you talking about that, you talking about that component of the Winslow character. That's Eddie Winslow.
I just spilled stuff on me.
Eddie, now look, Fresh Prince smashed a girl named Monique that was played by Kim Fields. He smashed another girl that was played by Tisha Campbell, Jasmine Guy, Leela Rashawn, Nia Long, Stacey Dash, Elise Neal. Now, the difference between Eddie Winslow, what I think put Eddie Winslow on top was Eddie Winslow actually had Shanice and Tracy Spencer. He didn't have Tracy Spencer's playing somebody else. He actually had Tracy Spencer.
Wait, you had Tammy Townsend? Didn't you have Vivica A. Fox? Didn't you have Garcelle Dublavay?
He had Elise Neal. Hey, but you had some low-key ones, though, who I had crushes on. The girl that played Darlene. Her name was Kimberly Russell.
Yeah, Kimberly Russell, yes.
And one of my favorites, Danielle Nicolette.
Oh, yes.
She played Vonda.
Yes. Now I'm gonna tell you this. So I'm gonna give you guys a really funny story. So there's a young lady named Shannon Mingel, who recently wrote a book about Michael Jackson. Because she actually dated Michael and worked with Michael. They had a relationship for years, and so Shayna was on the show, and so I always fancied the fair sex, and I'm a Mac, so I'm gonna shoot my shot, every once in a while, and we're young, and so we used to call Shayna Michael's girl, and so Shayna came back from lunch, and Michael was a dear friend of mine as well, and she told me, she said, Darius, she said, I got to tell you, I got a message from Michael for you. And I said, oh yeah? He said, to tell you, the doggone girl is mine.
You know what? It's so funny that you mentioned her. Somebody talked to me about bringing her on, and I have not read the book, and I was scared. I was like, I don't know if I want to touch that.
I mean, I think that you should talk to Shane. I mean, she's done so much as an actress and being around in her years. You know, I mean, she you know Shane, and she's a wonderful person. And I think that that's a relationship that she should expose as much as she can. A lot of people. I was talking with Shane, and not only was she good friends with Michael, and not good friends, they dated, but she was good. I meant to say good friends with Christoph, who we lost, and in Brighton, so I think that would be real cool. She's got some great stories that would give people some serious and proper insight to who Michael really was, who we knew.
I like you saying it like that. That makes me not so nervous. Darius, I hate that our time has run out.
Oh, baby, this ain't the last time. It's just the first time.
It better not be the last time you're here.
I like your style, bro.
Appreciate
Darius,
you, man. Right on, brother.
really quickly.
Yes, love.
Instagram. Every time I give you a shout out, Instagram attacks. And they're like, I don't know. How do we answer these people who want to know, how would you describe our relationship? Because they always ask me, well, what's really going on? And I'm like, I thought I laid it out.
It ain't none of your business with me and my boo-doo.
There you go. I mean, I think I lay it out for them, but I guess I start rumors and I don't know.
Some things are just forever meant to be, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. And you know, we don't have to speak on family matters. What's understood don't need to be explained.
There you go. Amen. Well, hey, let me just say this. Quality over quantity. Eddie Winslow won over between Eddie Winslow and Fresh Prince. You taught me that, bro.
Hey, man, I think Will Smith is going to try to bury me for another 10 years. After hearing about this one. Thanks a lot.
Sorry. Mr. Entrepreneur, I was just telling you saw me looking down just because I was asking you, can we get your logo and all your promo material, because I'm going to make sure that I put it in my story and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
We promote it as much as possible. And what else do you want the people to know about you? What do you want them to focus on right now when somebody thinks of Suave X?
Mm-hmm.
What you want them to know?
Well, I mean, I want them to know that I'm a real person, you know what I mean? And I'm really a cool cat. I'm not just some perverted ass porn star trying to smash, you know what I mean? I'm a father of two. You know what I mean? I have two stepsons that I raised since they were babies and stuff. So like I was saying, I'm married with 3 kids. So it was like at 18. So I had 2 stepsons I raised, you know what I mean? That wasn't even mine. And a baby that wasn't even born yet. When at 17, I dropped out of high school to take care of that because I'm a responsible dude. So it's like, I want y'all to know that I'm a human being. I'm a father. I have 4 grandkids because my daughter had 4 kids already. Yeah, wow. So I mean, you know, you know what I mean? I look good, you know what I'm saying, for a grandfather.
Yeah, grandpa, congratulations.
Yeah, you know, so I'm out here, so I'm not like just some porn star nigga that's retired and fell off, you know what I mean? I do got my toys and shit, you know what I mean? I still got my shit, and I'm still doing good for myself, you know what I mean?
Uh-oh.
You know what
He's
I mean?
always been fly. He always gonna be fly. And one thing that I can say is, even though he said he looked at Lacey's picture and was like, oh, she looked good. I posted a picture some years back of me in American flag, right? I got a picture. I got a message real quick talking about, what the fuck are you doing? Put some clothes on.
Do not come into my world. Do not come into my world.
I was like, I'm not
coming over to your world.
Yeah, don't drift off into the dark side.
He did. He checked me real quick. He said, what are you doing? I said, nothing. I just took the picture. He said, put some clothes on. I said, it's for my book cover. He said, okay, but I don't want to see no more like that.
Yeah, me and your sister had a stage. Yeah.
So you know, I caught on to that one late too.
Right, well, so did she. Well, so did I. Actually, I was targeted. I found out. So it's all good.
Dulo is the one that, like, he protected my little head, but he had to come whisper in my ear and be like, and I was like, no.
Yeah, you know. But yeah, I want people to know too that when you get my book, you get my life, you know, from the day I was born to my firstborn scene. And it's worth the money. It's 430 pages of it's a good read, easy read, big words, you know what I mean? The print is, well, it's not big, but you know, it's big enough that you ain't gotta put your spectacles on.
Right.
I'm gonna buy it, Suave, and I'm gonna read it because I feel like it's gonna introduce me to a man I don't know.
That's right. Yeah, it's gonna introduce you to the person I was before you met me, which was the father and the civilian porn, Suave, before porn.
My last question about porn though, because I seen her, I interviewed her a lot of times. She's always been cool. Misty Stone, like, what's your relationship with her? Because I always see she like kind of low key shout you out and shit.
Yeah, that's my boo too. That's my ex too. That's my baby.
That's your ex?
Yeah, I have a lot of exes in the industry. I used to talk with Havana Ginger, her, Roxy.
Oh, I met her in Miami.
Carmen Hayes, Candace Vaughn, Fetish. Yeah, all of them. All the good ones. So yeah, we both Aries too. So we do always throw our birthday parties around the same time too. Sometimes we do it together.
This man.
She always got my back.
Wow.
She's got my back to the fullest, like, bro.
Misty Stone. What she is? Cause she always sound my cuz, so she a Crip too, huh?
Yeah, Venice Beach. Yeah, she's from Venice. Roxy always say cuz, you know what I mean? Because when I get on, you know what I mean, I put them right on, you know what I mean? I already know what's up. I take him to the hood, take him to my hood, my homies. Yeah, he got the real thunder.
I don't know that man, Courtney. I don't know him at all.
I can honestly say I think I've learned more tonight than. Wow.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Part 2, man. We just get more into it. You'll be ready for the questions you should have asked today. You'll be ready next time.
Absolutely.
You're gonna take notes. Like, hold on.
I'll be back probably in June to shoot Punky.
Okay.
I want to see when I come back, please.
I'll be on set with you supporting. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Oh, wait, hold on.
You need some water. You tall.
Wait. You telling me you gonna come on a Punky set?
Yeah.
Man, I used to go on all the set. I used to be on set with the LL Cool J shit with Maya. I used to be on the rock sets. I used to be on all the Wayans Brothers sets. I used to be on all the sets too. Yeah, I used to get their groupies. The overflow. Like, oh, you know them? Before I had my full celebrity, you know what I mean? I would have enough status to get onto the set.
I'm telling you,
know me then.
Everybody knows Suave, from the producers to the actors to everybody knows Suave.
Yeah, but all civilians don't watch porn, so I would get they mainstream groupies. You know what I mean? Concerts, I'd be on stage with Tretch and all that, like whoever the fuck I'm out there with. As soon as they see you on stage with them and shit, like, and they see you in the back, like, oh, you know, you was just on stage. Like, yeah, you want to get in the back? Come on.
Yeah, that's the move. Yeah, I used to do that move back in the day too.
I'm telling you, Courtney, anytime I left the house, you pull up and sometimes it'd be like, shit, Suave here. I was supposed to be meeting this nigga here. Shit, he did just the whole night is abort mission.
Yeah, who was this nigga? Who you got me?
That's what I'm telling you. Suave was gone, and I needed you. I made a mistake, but it's okay. I fixed it.
Of course. A miracle became of that, so it's a beautiful thing.
I love you, Suave.
Hey, one more last thing. How should I have handled that situation instead of geeking out and just telling her to,
I mean, you just should have been like, yo, meet us down at the bar. We're going to have drinks, man. I'm going to do some my girl. And then we'll let the chemistry or vibe happen, like it should have happened organically. And then, she would have chose up and been like, I don't go, you know what I mean? And you would have been cool with it because that's what you wanted to do anyway.
Right.
You would have went from there. But trying to send a bitch and you ain't a nigga sending her, like, hey, bitch, you need to go fuck him. Like, you should have said, at least you should be like, hey, he got something for you, go meet up with this nigga at the boom and shit. And, she wouldn't have had the word fucking in her head. He got something for me in the head. She was thinking it was money, but I had dick for it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, she would have to figure that part out. Be like, oh my God, man, I went down there, you know, I didn't get no money. Like, it's okay, you know what I mean? We're gonna make some money out of this, I'm sure. You know what I mean?
Maybe
don't try it no more, Courtney. You're retired. Suave is retired. It's over.
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm retired from a lot of things, but never from making money.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Now you got the show that I'm hoping that I can get on one day. Look at his face. And it's called Hollywood Kickback. So tell us about the show and how do I get on and where do we watch it and all that good stuff.
Well, there's a $10,000 honorarium that you have to pay to meet up front before you even consider. Then there's a 6 to 8 week intake process. You know, you have to pay for your training. And no, I'm kidding. But Hollywood Kickback is something that I started because I felt like with a lot of, you know, I actually drew inspiration from Ellen because I wanted to do something that impacted people by seeing other people in their element, you know, and using my gift and platform to, you know, make their lives better. So it was something I started, and like I said prior, Vanessa Simmons was my first guest on the show. Shout out to Vanessa. And if I do it out, I take the show out in Los Angeles. And I mean, and it's what it is. We kick back. You know, it's not really scripted. It's all positive. We've got enough negative stuff out there. You know, it's all positive, and that's what we do. We kick back and we talk about whatever there is to talk about. You know, and Cherie, you know, you can get on the show. I mean, you can get on the show. You know, soon. You know,
we're gonna work on it.
You can get on the show. You gonna wear that shirt?
The Cherie's World podcast? No, I'm gonna wear a Hollywood Kickback shirt.
I gotta get some Hollywood Kickback shirts, actually.
You need to talk to Courtney because he'll hook you up.
But you know, you can go. I'm hoping to get Hollywood Kickback on the network. You can subscribe to Hollywood Kickback on YouTube. There you'll find we had some amazing guests. Again, Vanessa Simmons, Miss Golden Brooks, actress Denise Boutte from Tyler Perry's Meet the Browns. We've had some amazing guests on the show, and we've got some even more amazing confirmed guests. So
beautiful women is what I'm hearing. I hear that Brandon has a show full of beautiful women.
Yep. Just missing you, Cherie. That's it.
No.
But the men don't do right. Courtney, the guys don't do right, man. They don't do right.
Hey, you ain't got to tell me, brother.
They don't do right. Some of them do, but I mean, everybody works different, you know. And you know, it's just when you find people that you gel with, man, you go with it. You know, you just go with it. You know, absolutely. Hollywood Kickback's been around for almost a year now.
Hey, happy anniversary!
Oh.
Almost a year.
When's your anniversary?
May 27th, I think. I have to go back and look at the flyer. I have to go back and look at the flyer from when Vanessa was on the show. That's how I'll be able to determine it. And that was 2019 was a really, really great year.
Oh, now the last time you and I spoke, I was actually on the phone with you and you were walking through this beautiful building. You said that you were going to open up an acting school. Where are you teaching?
Right.
How can people find you? Are you in that place that you showed me?
At that time, I was considering opening up an acting school in Memphis. At that time, after doing that, I had a couple of more because I always like to test the waters, and I don't think that the market is solid enough to present something as ongoing as a weekly or you know a steady acting class, because there are not enough people in the market that take the craft serious. You know, they don't take the training aspect of the craft serious, you know, and that's the most important part. You know, you got people that's been trying to act for 2 years and they still don't have a professional headshot. Those are not the kind of people who I want to use as hopefuls to enroll into my school. So every since I've started the company, I guess we could talk about that, you know, and I've really been on the mentor and advising side a little bit because there's so much more I want to do, but I've done enough to where I can offer something. I can offer you some solid advice as it pertains to the things that I've done, the mistakes that I've made, and, you know, just to kind of lead you away from some of the things that I wish I had, that I regret, you know, taking advice from people like Cherie Johnson and Shar Jackson. I love those two. And, you know, and when you got solid people like that you draw from, when you have solid people that pour into you, it's your duty to take what's solid and pour that into somebody else. And I believe what you make happen for somebody else, God will make happen for you. So I haven't been really into, so like I said, I've been doing a lot of mentorship and coaching lately. And in the process of that, because I love entrepreneurship, and I recently started a business called Plug Routes. And Plug Routes is a business where you can literally fly for $67 round trip. And I promise you, you can try Expedia, you can try Just Fly, Priceline, Hotwire. Nobody's touching us, okay? I encourage everybody to go to Plug Routes on Instagram and Facebook. Check out our reviews. People who have flown with me, they'll tell you Skanovich is who you want to talk to when it comes to flying, I assure you.
Let's talk about this Plug Routes flying in the hookup. I don't even know about this.
Yeah, boy, you working.
So where can we go?
So, honestly, I started Plug Routes. Okay, let me back up. Because anybody who's ever been in entertainment, and Cherie, you already know this, the hardest thing about being entertainment is the lack of a resource such as transportation, because the industry is last minute. So you could literally be sitting at home at 10 o'clock at night and get an email that says, hey, we need you in LA at 6 a.m.
Yes. And
either you can get there or you can't, because it's 100 people lined up outside who can. Right. So I found a way after talking to comedians, and I've done this like for the past 2 years myself, and people be like, how you get from this place, this place, this place, you know what I'm saying? But whatever. So I found a way to make it possible. And keep in mind, these are not buddy passes. This is not a, what's the thing called?
The companion passes.
It's not a companion pass. I've had one of those. It's not a buddy pass. It's not a standby flight. They are a confirmed seat. I'm currently in 27 cities plus Puerto Rico, Hawaii, and Jamaica. And I port from 5 cities. For those of you who are tuned in from Los Angeles, I service Los Angeles to Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Honolulu. You can literally go from LA to Honolulu for $67 with me, okay?
Your niece wants to go to Hawaii, so we're going to have to hit you up, and we're going to have to work on a family vacation.
I got you. Listen, and what's so crazy, Cherie, is I put up a post 2 weeks ago on Facebook. I said, you know what? Let me bless a couple people. And I said, listen, if anybody wants a $67 flight from these places right here, I got you. And like within an hour, I had over 400 inboxes of people trying to buy tickets. So I immediately, man, we LLC'd that thing out. I got some ad administrator on it, you know.
You see me scratching my head. We doing life all wrong.
Yeah. So and we start. I've got blockout dates. So from April 3rd to June the 9th and August 10th to November 21st. My April is totally booked up. I have 52 confirmed flights from April to June as of right now. And starting in November, you'll be able to fly round trip from Memphis or Miami to Montego Bay, Jamaica for $67.
Notice he said my birthday, November 21st. There's something in that.
Yeah, see, listen, I encourage everybody. And because we're so fresh, there are still things that I've been having to work on the website. I'm trying to get the app launched. But as of right now, you can check us out on social media. Go to Facebook, Plug Routes, PLUGROUTES. See, we got reviews, and these are not paid reviews. These are real people with real testimonies who have taken flight for $67. You know what I'm saying? Chicago to Miami, Dallas to New York.
What kind of airlines are they flying on, honey?
Airline, American, United, Delta, Southwest.
Good Lord.
Glad you didn't say Spirit. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
I do work with Spirit now. Since I work with Spirit, but here's the thing about Spirit. If you want to do Spirit, and I know they've got like, baby seats on the plane, but if you want to do Spirit, I can get your first check bag waived for you. If you want to do Spirit, we offer that.
So if I fly Southwest with you, can I still use my points? Can I get points for that?
Why would you want to though?
Yeah, right. You're right. I don't need them.
It's $67.
It's $67. Now that's the single fare.
Yeah.
We have group rates. Group rates go up to 10. After 10 people, we have to do a different reservation. But even with the group rates, it's still astronomically low. I mean,
I'm over here really scratching my head because, I done moved out of LA. And so I'm going to be needing to go home to do some of these auditions. $67? Are you serious?
That's dope.
Cherie, try me. Like when
I'm
you are
going to
ready.
try you.
When you are ready, listen, I'm going to
try you, and I'm going to tell everybody else about you as well.
I can book you a flight tonight. Okay.
I ain't got nowhere to go though. I'm gonna figure out some time when I got somewhere to go. I'm serious.
I know I need to go to Vegas.
And I'm trying to spread this. I think Vegas is my most popular. That's my most popular route between Vegas and LA. Those are two of my popular routes, especially when it comes to like birthdays and special celebrations. Man, I've got a lot of Vegas first timers getting ready to fly out, And honestly, the past couple of weeks, and I'm getting ready to, I'm getting ready to shoot a movie. But honestly, since I've been doing this, it's not taking me away from entertainment because I still love entertainment. I'll always be in the industry, but you gotta go where the money is. Like, I've made more money in 2 weeks than I made more money in 2 weeks as a CEO than I have in 12 months as an actor.
Well, we need to let everybody know. We need some flyers. We need to put this in my story. We need to let everybody know. $67 flights. Come on, Black people. It's about to be summertime. Spring break is coming. Take your kids to see the world. It's the best education you could ever give them is travel with your children.
I agree.
So before we lose you, Mr. Kelly.
Yes.
What is next for you?
Next for me, so like I said, Lords of the Underground, we just dropped a single with Onyx today. Oh. Now, mind you, we still drop music because it keeps us on the road. We're not trying to compete with a Drake or with TDE or nobody out there. We're just catering to our fans. The people who still rock with us year to year, we're just catering to them. So we have an album that's coming out February 21st. We just dropped a song in January called Insomniac. We have a song now with Onyx, like I said, that dropped today called What's Up. The album is called So Legendary. And what that does is keep us on the road. I also have a solo album that's coming out on March 17th. I feel like I've never done anything that was real personal. I've always been truthful in my rhymes. I mean, of course, we exaggerate and stuff like that. But, if any rhyme I've ever written, you probably could tell what I'm drinking, what I'm smoking, if I had a girl, what I'm driving, where I was living, how I was living, if it was chicken wings and fried rice, or if it was sirloin and lobster. You probably can tell where I was at. But I've always omitted the personal stuff, the family stuff. But when I started running my campaign for councilman at large in Newark, New Jersey 2 years ago, after that was over, the fans would say to me, dude, we love all the stuff you're doing in the community, but what's up with the music, man? Let's hear some music. And I said, all right, but if I go back to making music that way, what's going to make it different? What am I going to do different? And I started studying writers that I thought were great, like Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye. And I said, wait a minute, there's a theme here with them. Their best work is when they're personal. You know, Stevie Wonder wrote an album based off the birth of his baby, probably one of his best albums ever. You know, Marvin Gaye wrote an album when he broke up with his love of his life, his wife. And Barry Gordy told him, he said, man, what are you doing? Nobody's going to buy this record. You're a sex symbol, Marvin. Nobody wants to hear you breaking up with a lady, with your wife. It turned out to be his best record ever. You know, because when people can relate, that's what music does. It evokes emotions, right? So when you can touch on emotions through actual experiences, real experiences, and you know this as an actress too, that's your best work. You're not acting. You're actually living real moments, living real experiences. That's what makes great actors, you know? So, and that's what I'm doing on this album, man. It's called Brenda's Son. My mother's name is Brenda, you know, it's called Brenda's Son. It's probably the most personal I've ever been. My first visual is a song called Keep the Faith that I did with our great mayor of Newark, New Jersey, Rajay Baraka. So I don't even know anybody who's ever done a song with their mayor. Right. Shot the video in City Hall. I don't know which artist ever shot in the City Hall, you know. And, you know, it's real special to me. It's not for the money. It's just for the love of the art, man, and the love for the culture of hip-hop.
And that's when the money's going to become. Do me a favor. Let everybody know how they can follow you on social media.
What's up, everybody? You can check your boy Do It All, Dupree Kelly out on Instagram at Do It All, and that's DOITALLDU. Do It All Do. So that's DOITALLDU. Do It All Do, and that's on Twitter. That's on Instagram. And Do It All Dupree Kelly on Facebook.